Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here at Signature Esports. And of course, I'm joined by the notorious Joe Miranda out there as well. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm recovering from a nice long food coma a la Thanksgiving. You know, we had turkey, we had dressing, we had sweet potatoes, we had mashed potatoes. We had it all. Not to mention a nice Cabernet to top it all off, and I'm stuffed.
Well, I can agree. Thanksgiving was absolutely amazing for all of us, and hope everybody out there had a great Thanksgiving as well. Chat it out there and tell us how your Thanksgiving went. Of course, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in each week as well. Signature eNASCAR Cup Series action is back, and we're back loud and proud in New Hampshire. The round of 8 is going to get underway, and actually it's going to be the second race in the round of 8. And it's going to be a doozy. New Hampshire, 200 miles is what we're going to run tomorrow. Tonight is just qualifying. So I tell you what, it's going to be absolutely a thrill. I'm affiliated with Effort Let's Have a Beer, Phil Hab. You see it in the top left-hand corner of your screen. We have a bunch of products for sale on our website.
I love those people.
Absolutely
I started
amazing.
Searching the products, and I am buying some stuff for Christmas. I'm going to be doing that.
Absolutely amazing. Joe out there, she does some great things in New Zealand and has grown that over the last something like 5 to 10 years. She's grown that platform, and to be affiliated with her is awesome. So I'm giving her the honorary title sponsor for the round of 8, race 2, New Hampshire Speedway, and we have a lot of cars out there, a lot of drivers ready to qualify. We're going to have 29 tonight. And tomorrow we're going to have that race get underway right about 8:20 Eastern, so about an hour from now tomorrow evening, so just over 25 hours away. Chris Progarb says on Facebook that his dear sweet wife bought a 20-pound ham for 3 people. That thing was huge.
Wow. Well, you know, I don't know if you heard the news or what regions of the country it affected necessarily, but there was like a shortage of small turkeys. So we decided to throw caution to the wind, and we just bought a 20-pound bird, and that's making for a lot of nice leftovers, because I like myself a nice turkey sandwich in the midday, if you know what I mean.
I can understand that. Kayla says out there on Facebook they made a huge 16-pound turkey, and 6 of them ate on it for 2 whole days. That's pretty much the size that we had. We had family come over, and of course just a few members of our family, all, of course, in that social distance guidelines. Sean Conklin on Twitch has a surprise on the back of his car, and I'm hoping that chicken nuggets are going to be the way that we're going to go. I want to take a look at the championship standings. We're going to get ready to go qualifying here, but definitely want to show those championship standings on what we're looking at for the round of 8. 8 drivers left. Mario Miranda leads the field in points right now, 3 points above Wayne Lowe in second place with that 40-point margin that they have after the race that was just 2 weeks ago, 2 short weeks ago. Zach Rinker in third, 5 points off of first place. Shane Wyatt right there by the bubble, 34 points, 2 points off of fourth place is going to be Josh Klinger. Joe Sanchez, he is 6 points off fourth place, so these guys below the bubble right now are gonna have to really work at it. Brandon Banks in 7th, and Jake Elrod bringing up the rear on the 24-point schedule. Qualifying is going to get underway, and New Hampshire is a doozy.
You know, I was looking at these points for the top 4, and even with one race to go before the final 4, it's not a lock. A lock could happen. This is a tight race, and we've been seeing some great racing in these playoffs between Miranda, Lowe, Rinker, Wyatt, and you know, Joe Sanchez. I don't think you can rule him out. I think he can still work his way into this thing.
Joe Sanchez, one of the favorites to win at the mile track. This is New Hampshire, 1 mile in length, so they're going to run 200 solid laps tomorrow. But tonight, qualifying, that 70 car looks good is what they're saying. We're going to see who's on the field here in just a moment. Pit road is already full. Everybody's loading in. We're going to take a look down pit road. The 56 of Michael Newbrow is going to be the first guy up. And Michael was in the round of 16 and also into the round of 12. And he will lead it out here as he gets ready to go.
He is an excellent driver. I have to say, in the in the recent weeks, I've been impressed with the driving, the maturity, Jason, if you will, of it's almost like the reality of the championship has gotten taken hold, and the guys are approaching it more seriously. They're more calculating in their pit strategy, even the lines that they take if they're driving in traffic. Wouldn't you agree?
I do agree, and I think that teamwork is in our next season of 2021. We're going to be focused more on seasons or on teams, and these guys have been utilizing that teamwork now. So as they're pitting in and somebody's noticing something different, the teams start speaking up and they start working together because they want to see a driver that is in that round of one of the round of 8 drivers or trying to compete for a championship. They want to see those drivers do really well. Michael Newbrow, though, the number 56 Drinkin' Bros Racing representative. Of course, Drinkin' Bros Racing, one of our affiliates out there, a good sponsor. They sponsored a lot of races, and these guys are absolutely amazing. 4 teams. They do have 3. They're going to have 3 teams in the next season. They're going to have a Cup Series team, an Xfinity Series team, and a Truck Series team.
Drinkin' Bros Racing, always a good group of guys to watch. Michael Newbrow taking into the corners right now in his warm-up lap. I'm looking forward to seeing something out of this guy.
Newbrow ready to go, and hot lap complete. First lap getting underway. We're going to throw up the qualifying little graphic here in just a second.
I'm still learning how to navigate my way on my particular iRacing screen, trying to get some of that data up on my screen right now.
I tell you what, it's great to have, and I want to thank you to SDK Gaming for all the new updates that they have. We've got a new race controller thing that we're going to be doing here in just a minute. We're going to try it in the next race, so the race controller can put up his own messages whenever somebody gets a penalty or something happens. He can put that in there. We're going to let him do that. First lap, 31 flat for Michael Newbrow as he continues to roll around the track. We are going to see.
I was seeing a lot faster during practice, Jason. I'm expecting to see some greater speeds as qualifying progresses.
Maybe Michael Newbrow trying to take it easy, salvage the car, because this track can be difficult to drive. But still, in the grand scheme of things, 31 flat's going to be the marker for Mr. Newbrow. What we'll do is pan over to pit lane real quick. Chris Roberts is back in the action. He was driving in the Chris Cup and the FRL League, the Fast Lane Racing League. He is back in the mix, ready to rock and roll. The Canadian driving a Ford Mustang. He is one of those drivers that you come to expect big things from, and being that he has a disability, you would never think it. And he just runs this track like it's just absolutely amazing.
I absolutely love that, Jason. I've been entering this series, kind of late in the game, spent several weeks building my computer, and learning about these drivers has been a lot of fun. And I am just digging on his paint scheme right now. I am loving that paint scheme.
Well, he's got Hawk Simworks as his rear deck lid sponsor. Hawk Simworks, they build quite a few different sim rigs, and my overlays are overlapping. We're going to have to fix that before the next qualifying session for the championship.
Uh-oh.
But that's all right. What we'll do is we'll hide the timing tower for the time being. Right there on the bottom of your screen, Chris Roberts is running his out lap or his first lap right now, 31.2 for him. He's got to be to 31 flat, and no doubt he will do
my
the best that he
telemetry
can.
is showing a 30.2 on that last lap right there, unless I am either ahead of you or behind. I'm not sure.
No,
I'm seeing a 30.203.
You should be right on board with it. We'll look at the timing mechanism as it comes up, because it's being finicky on me. Timing tower 30.20 second lap, pretty much right on par with it, just a little bit faster. 30.203. We might be able to. I know it's qualifying mode. We might get rid of that, and we might show lap times. There it is. We'll show the lap times. That'll be the way it goes. It'll be a lot easier. Pit lane getting busy. The double trouble, double zero. Brian Dublé back in action. He is going to be the next driver up. and he's going to come out and complete his hot lap, get things underway. K2Z, Glassworks, all over there. He still has the Red Light Rebellion. Last race, we did the Red Light Rebellion Kansas 300. Those guys are great out there. Make sure that you go to redlightrebellion.org to support those guys. Absolutely fantastic. Zombie Raid in there. Celtic Wolf, good to see you out there. Thank you to all the Twitch folks. Thank you to everybody doing what
Thank you to the Facebook people as well. And sorry about that, Jason. I mean to step on you there.
You're all right. You got Facebook. We've got YouTube filling up. We've got Twitch filling up. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you very, very much. Jay Twitty, also Zombie Raid for the Proger Machine's going to be out there here pretty soon.
I still think Brian should be sponsored by Double Bubble Bubblegum. You know, that's like the classic Halloween treat. I'm telling you, it could go somewhere.
It could. First lap for Brian Dublé as he comes around. We're going to see what kind of lap he's going to throw down. There it is for the man himself. Dublé puts down a 30.259 as he is holding that second place position just by a little bit. 30.14 was the lap for Chris Roberge out there.
Looked like he had a little bobble on the exit of 2 right there before he entered the backstretch.
Now here, getting loose in the corner. Yeah, getting loose into the corner is going to be one of the bigger things you have to worry about. You have to really let off and then drive it deep. So first lap's going to be the lap for Mr. Dublé, 30.259 for the driver as he comes around. He's gonna get himself set. The 10 of Chris Bates. This man right here is the man himself.
Carrying, it looks like a Monster Energy paint scheme. Chris Bates on his outlap right now.
He is one of the drivers. Here's a look at that down there. There's Jim the Donkey. Lexington, Kentucky native. Jim the Donkey right there. That's his spotter. So anytime something goes wrong, that's what we do. 49-year-old driving for the SECS and is absolutely a brilliant man. Good to see him continue to run and continue to be a part of it. Lights Out eSports driver completing his hot lap. First lap getting underway right here in New Hampshire.
Yeah, he's looking really good, real smooth. He's taking I think, a conservative line into the corners. The car's not twitching a whole lot. He's not drifting a whole lot, except right there coming out of that turn. I spoke too soon. But he's looking really clean through the corners. Exits
here at New Hampshire, they're super bumpy going in. And then if you straddle the line incorrectly on your exit, you're gonna get loose. You have to almost drive like he did when he exited 4 right there. You have to almost drive across where the track splits the seam. 30.246 for Chris Bates. That's going to give him a P2 position over Brian Dublé so far, and see if he's going to carry speed.
Pretty consistent what we've been seeing. It's interesting. I think people tend to underestimate the magic mile here at Loudon. It's this track can bite you if you don't respect it.
And bite you into the wall. And now the drive off right there, that's a good exit. That's what I consider a good exit. You're going to see the leader drive that. Whoever the leader is tomorrow in the race, but Bates right now putting down a 30.067.
There you go.
So he's going to take over P1 for the time being. I know that we're going to see some 29s here as things start to progress forward, but he is really consistent, really a good driver, and setting the bar kind of hard or kind of high right now, even as we go forward.
I might be a little biased, but I am predicting Miranda in the 29s. I'm predicting Sanchez and Wyatt in the 29s.
Another driver to expect, the Valhalla Project Snap-on 65 of Roswell Harlow, the 26-year-old from Gardner, Maine, ready to rock and roll, get his hot laps out. The driver that we come to expect high things from him. Those are some nice Priuses, says the iPhone guy out there. Hot lap complete for Roswell Harlow. Let's see what kind of laps he's going to be able to throw down. Thank you to everybody out there watching on Twitch, on Facebook, YouTube. Make sure that you give us, if you got the chance, reach up there, give us a like, give us a follow. A little loose on turn 2 exit right there. Talking about straddling the exit turn as the pavement changes. So he's going to run a little higher line here. and set up for his second turn right here. So his second lap's definitely going to be a lot faster.
I would agree. He went into 1 and 2 really hot as he came into the second lap. 30.625.
So still a decent lap. That's going to put him in P4, but we know that he's trying for that front row. As Roswell Harlow, GME driver right there, doing a great job. I know that he was with Lights Out eSports there for a little while, and he's substituted a couple of times, doing great things. He is our Whelen Modified. They call him the Mr. Modified. He's the Whelen Modified champion for Signature Esports. 29.65 for Roswell Harlow, and that's the bar. As now he holds off.
Look at that.
He holds off Bates by 0.4 of a second. So that's where we're gonna. That's the focus. That's where we're gonna start looking at. Roswell Harlow is currently P1.
That's the bar right there. I knew the 29s were gonna come. And I grew up on the modifieds. I grew up on Long Island, New York, Islip Speedway, Riverhead Raceway, and I grew up watching modifieds. I love modifieds.
FRL driver, second in points for the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series. There is the number 34, Wayne Lowe, coming off pit road right there. Pit road exit, hot lap about to be complete. Turn 3 is where you're going to see him there. He is little small informations for the man. All the drivers that you see out there running the red spoiler and the splitter on the front, those are the drivers that are playoff drivers. You're going to see those quite over there. That lap 1 will not count because he was behind pit road exit. But this guy was doing great in practice races at the beginning of the week. And Wayne Lowe trying to win his way into a championship and be very, very competitive. And he is a competitive driver. Washes up just a little bit on turn 3. Gets up high there, but puts a diamond shape out. That's not bad.
That diamond, that is, it looks good on paper, but that is very hard to execute, that diamond pattern. Especially, I think, especially these 1 mile tracks.
On the one track that you definitely see it on the most is Bristol. Bristol, you kind of you either want to consistently run the high line or you want to run a diamond high. Zombie Raiders out there. Zombie, thank you very much for doing that. Part of the Zombie gaming community, and those guys have given me a little bit more exposure. Kind of digging it. Man, 29.686, 2/100ths of a second off of the race leader right there, or the current pole sitter right now of Roswell Harlow, the 65.
Wayne Lowe is trying to run him down. Let's see if he can pull it off in this second lap.
Zombie Raid, you guys are going to get your wish here in just a second. The man himself, Chris Progar, is getting ready to come off of pit road, and he's going to be out there trying to get to his car real quick.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong driver. I had to get myself. I got to tighten it up here, man. I'm messing up.
You're good. You're good. Chris Progar, the 45-year-old from Manitowoc, Wisconsin, driving the BRM. That's a Burnt Rubber Media. Burnt Rubber Podcast was our Whelen Modified sponsor, and there is the number 70. He's got a nice little new paint scheme. I saw you guys out there. The Zombie Raiders on the back quarter panel of it. Far rear of that car. Hot lap being complete, and Progar ready to rock and roll. Toyota Camry, Lights Out eSports, just all over the place when it comes to where he's been and how he's come, but he's become more and more consistent and had some good luck coming his way.
Oh, he kind of drifted it out of the turn there, man.
He was hot and heavy coming around the corner. Slowed him way up 30.503, so he's going to have to really work on here. He's going to have to enter 3 very, very fast.
Right up against that wall on the back stretch. He's going to enter turn 3 right now. Let's see what he can do.
Braking at the 1 mark. There are 4 marks on these turns to show you where to brake, and good corner exits, carrying heavy speed. It'll be a little bit better than his last lap, I think, but not quite in the 29s that he wants. 30.503 is actually going to be his first lap. That's going to be the one that counts. So Progar in 6th place currently through the field.
I was looking at track conditions too. Earlier on when qualifying started, track temperature was 107 Fahrenheit. Now it's down to 101. And I'm just wondering if we're going to see faster times as the qualifying goes along, this gets rubbered up a little bit. What do you think?
I think we'll see faster times, but I think we're going to see slicker conditions because as the track cools, these drivers have been sitting on cold tires. There's not that much rubber laid down except for what they had in practice. As we watch Josh Klinger, the Black Horse Auto Transport number 17, he is in the round of 8 as well. You see that all over his car. He's going to get out here and do his hot lap. I think that's going to be the key right here as the Charlotte, North Carolina native, the 19-year-old going to Duke University, completes his hot lap. We're going to see some slicker conditions if they can't get quarter entry correct. Zombie Inc., that zombie logo, though, you know it.
I think the entry at New Hampshire is everything here. You could really upset your car if you blow that entry.
First lap about to be complete for the number 17. The young man grew up in California. I think his dad moved to North Carolina as well. Todd Klinger out there. Big shout out to you, my friend.
Got to give another shout out also to Danny DJ Miranda. He is watching from LA right now. That is a nationally acclaimed DJ who also happens to be Mario Miranda's uncle.
Well, it's good to see him out there. Make sure you post the stream. Hey, easy out there, says Genie Progar. I forget, guys, we are on a 30-second delay for quality. I want to make sure the stream always holds up. So if you see something out there and I say it, I promise I only mean good things. Progar's a great driver and he can beat me in a lot of the racetracks, but I will tell you that I kind of dig what he does. 30.041 for Klinger, and that's going to put him up in a P3 position. Pit lane's getting busy. Next driver, the 38, I think Mr. Parrott's coming out.
Robert Parrott, Red Light Rebellion. What a great organization that is. I loved how we just centered that previous race around Red Light. That was awesome.
Now, Red Light Rebellion, Brianna, and I'm spacing his name. Don't space his name. Oh man, my notes are always there.
I'm failing you as a wingman because I blanked on it as well. We both suck.
That's all right. We did have them on the broadcast, and they give us a lot of information about what they do. And I tell you what a great organization for those guys. Robert is not 19, but he's from Waycross, Georgia, and the number 38 is really, really, really another good driver. Want to see these guys excel in what they do, and as they continue to roll around the track and get their qualifying laps in, they're going to be absolutely wonderful. Hidden Catalyst, thank you for the follow. That's one of the things. Man, the new BRAM scheme looked really good out there on Twitch. Thank you very much. I absolutely want to show it. We want to make sure that everybody has a great time, and if you've got a paint scheme out there that's your favorite, throw it up in the chat. Tell us whose paint scheme you like the most. You haven't seen mine. Mine is SpongeBob and Patrick.
I have not seen your paint scheme, Jason. I just realized that. I have not seen your paint scheme.
My 6-year-old and I went around, and she was helping me. I was doing my own paint scheme, and she was helping me, and she said, you should put SpongeBob on it. So I have this bright SpongeBob SquarePants paint scheme. Robert Parrott pulls out a P6 time, 30.170. So that's where he's going to sit at the current moment as we get things rolling.
I want to see somebody do an Animaniacs paint scheme. I love them in the 90s, and they're back on Hulu. I need to see the Animaniacs on a car.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, iPhone guy, for the follow out there. Thank you to all the follows. All those follows. The more that you follow, the more that we grow. And do it Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube. There's just a lot that goes into what we do here, and the more that you guys interact, and the more that more follows that we get, the bigger we can become, and of course, the more that we can offer. New streaming schedule coming out as well. We put it in our Discord, and if you go to our Facebook page, you can look through the feed right there. We have a Discord link somewhere in the mix over there. This is the number 80. Of Matt Jorgensen. And Matt Jorgensen, I've been impressed with this driver all year long, and he was in the round of 16. Great driver, and he's just one of those guys that you see great things coming, and then something happens. It kind of happens to a lot of drivers out there. You just got to keep yourself out front. Jorgensen has led several laps this year, but he's running that Air Force scheme as that's one of my favorite paint schemes. If I were to pick one, the old bomber paint scheme, 30.786 for his first lap.
It's one of my favorite too. As a matter of fact, Mario and I bought the die cast off of NASCAR.com for Bubba Wallace's Air Force paint scheme because we thought it was so cool looking. And then they mirrored that paint scheme onto an Indy car this past year as well, and it looked awesome.
Oh, right on. Jorgensen carrying good speed, nice little corner right there, and you can
nice
tell
exit.
You can tell the corners these cars are getting a little bit more and more free as the track temperature cools. 30.224, Harlow fastest on the track right now. Zombie Inc. says Tom and Jerry would be the thing, or Pinky in the Brain. Yes.
Okay, I can get behind Pinky in the Brain.
Yeah,
definitely.
What are we going to do today, Pinky? We're trying to tear her brain.
Same thing we do every night. Try to take over the world.
Dan Falley is going to be up next. This man right here is one of the best conversationalists that we've seen in the world. Have a conversation with this Canadian. He's absolutely a pleasure to talk to. The 56-year-old from Ontario, Canada, is probably got one of the more classic paint schemes, and he always carries the more classic paint schemes as we try to teach our drivers to be more free and try to work their own magic on their paint schemes. Dan's been doing a pretty good job.
It's always great to talk to a Canadian.
Yeah, he sounds more like he's from Wisconsin, but I tell you, either way. Have a conversation with him. Like, dial him up on Facebook. Go to Dan Falley. Let's make him Instagram famous, and we'll give him a conversation. The man, wise. Of course, he's 56, so he's got to be. You got to assume that there's some wisdom in there. But just great conversation. And one of the drivers that whenever we get into like our cash races or our special events, a great driver to drive around. The Gambler driving a Chevy Camaro ZL1, and he's there. Got his hot lap complete, ready to go. Oh, man.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a throwback to like the old six-pack movie paint scheme?
Oh,
no, he is going around.
Gets loose, hitting the wall. Oh, stuck. Gonna have to reset. He's stuck. Gonna have to reset.
Oh, he wedged it in.
Yep. He's gonna have to reset. He's gonna have to come out. He's gonna at least get one more lap in. And man, oh man, Dan Falley, turn 2 exit is absolutely, man, that's just no bueno. All right, there he is. Mario Miranda, the 99 Quick Trip. We're still reaching out to you. Lights Out Esports driver in a Toyota Camry. Look at all those stickers on the back of the car right there. That's all the wins and pole positions that he has gotten on that vehicle. And he is definitely going to be one of those guys that are going to be driving fast.
Been looking forward to this kid, as you could imagine why.
17-year-old from Tulsa, Oklahoma, ready. He's got 4 wins on the season, 5 wins on the season, 7 pole positions, 8 pole positions.
7 pole positions, yeah.
And he's a fast kid, studies the track, studies the drivers, knows what he goes after, and is trying his darndest to win this championship, and has done a great job doing so.
Little loose coming out of 2 right there.
I will tell you that Miranda likes to be a little bit more free on his exits. Kind of the same with it, like most of these drivers like a loose racetrack, and we're going to see where it holds up here. Miranda pulls
29.
in 29.864, good for P3 right in here. We've seen most of the drivers have their second lap be slower, so let's see what Miranda does here. He's a little bit loose.
Yep, he's drifted again at the exit of turn 2. This is a hard track, but he's a charger. He likes it loose. It was some of his favorite drivers, Tony Stewart, Kyle Larson. They're dirt track guys, and that's how he likes to run it. 99
Miranda, a little loose on the corner exit. Time for Miranda, though, second lap, 29.900. So no pole position this week, but still inside the 29s, 29.864. I think my prediction's correct. They're getting a little bit more free as it comes around.
They are getting more free. Definitely. That's the loosest I've seen him. He didn't even look that loose in practice.
Jake Elrod is up next. Round of 8 driver, trying to get himself into the top 4. Needs to have a great finish inside the top 10. And the other drivers pretty much need to wipe out. As we check back over the stream, definitely got the banana peel. He'll get it next time. I think he'll get it next time. Dan Falley, at least his time is going to count, and that's what's going to matter.
Chris Proger on Facebook saying, yeah, Miranda got a little squirrely on exit. And he was real squirrely there. That was almost like Formula Drift.
Jake Elrod, he is a Georgia Bulldog driver, Black Horse Auto Transport, OCR, Oceanside Cleaners out of Florida. Make sure you go, if you're in Florida, go and check them out. Find out where the Oceanside Cleaner is nearest you. Great guys, great opportunity to work with them. Black Horse Auto Transport, of course, one of my great affiliates. They love road courses the most. 30.352 for Elrod, so that's not a bad lap.
Not a bad lap at all. I think if you're in the top 10 at a mile track, you have a really good shot of staying competitive throughout the race.
Starts and restarts are going to be the bigger issue here because of how compact it is. A long front stretch. Gets loose. Oh man,
no!
Lap's not going to count. He was there. He was trying to push it, but he didn't straddle the exit like he should have. And so he'll at least come around. That lap will not count.
And I think we're going to see that, the guys waiting on deck to go, they're seeing these times entering the 29s. They are going to really run the edge. They're going to push that car and get every square inch out of it.
Think Jesse Priest is going to be up next. He is. Cheney, he's running his new number. But there he is. One of the Busch Latte. He's going to be the number 6 in he was unofficially signed to, I say officially, unofficially, signed to the Drinking Bros Racing team, and of course Budweiser all over that paint scheme, carrying the number 6/33. And
what's crazy is I'm seeing the 33 on my screen.
Well, do you have you don't have trading paints up?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, his is one of 2 paint schemes I've not been able to see this evening, so I'm sure it's operator error on my part.
We might have to turn driver numbers off on yours. We'll figure that out after the fact. Bacon Man, I like this car. Zombie Raid again on YouTube. Appreciate you very much. Hashtag the Zombie Raid. If you guys have posts out there that are sports related, make sure you hashtag Zombie Raid, or you can hashtag SIG eSports or Signature eSports. We'd love to see all of that stuff. Jesse Priest coming around. Mr. Get It. First lap for him, 30.695. He is running more of that diamond shape as well, but he is hugging that seam on exit. So he might be just being conservative, driving around this track, trying not to get that loose.
And that's the thing I'm trying to figure out right now is like who's going to really push the envelope, who's going to stay conservative to try to salvage a decent track position.
Priest's second time, not a bad time, 30.388. So that's going to move him up into 11th position. And so he's going to be right out there. Up next, the vet turned vet, Navy veteran Douglas Carlson.
The vet.
He's the double vet, as they say. He
vet squared.
Became a veterinarian after his tour of service in the Navy. So, of course, he is running that number 86 Navy paint scheme on his Chevy Camaro ZL1.
Which I can see, and it looks gorgeous as he's taking his out lap right now on the back stretch, going to get up to speed. Curious to see how aggressive he's going to go into 3 and 4.
Out lap is where you have to get those tires warmed up and carry into the corner well. Douglas has been very competitive over the last few races, so definitely a good consistent driver when it comes to how competitive you want to be. You're going to know the tracks that you're on. You're going to know your abilities, and definitely starting to find his own as they progress through the series.
One thing I've noticed on a handful of the drivers on their qualifying runs, they don't run as close to the wall as I was expecting to see, like, for example, like you would see at Darlington. They're not quite getting up along that wall.
30.215 for Carlson. That's inside the top 10 in qualifying at the moment. So Carlson now going to try to capitalize on that, maybe push it a little bit deeper in the corner. What we saw out of Roswell was his braking point was super late, and he held a straight out line. When he qualified out, he ran across the seam, sort of just like what Douglas did right there.
Yep, I just saw that.
And it's a faster lap, a 30.163, so that's going to put him up one spot ahead. Now pushing Robert Parrott and Brian Dublé down. Jorgensen as well, one more spot down from where they were.
This is where it starts getting interesting. Looks like Mark Harris is on deck.
21 OCR driver. He is a rock and roller too. He was inside the playoffs until the round of 12. And but the OCR driver, not anything to sneeze over. He's still fast. Black Horse Auto Transport, one of their affiliates as well. Good drivers, good people, a whole lot of fun.
You know, one thing, if you're at this time of being thankful for stuff, Jason, I'm actually very thankful for Signature, and I'm thankful for the group of people that have been compiled within this series. It's a really good group of guys.
They've been absolutely amazing to see grow, and our series has grown, and as we have grown, we've gotten some very dedicated drivers, enough so that we are now to the point of growing our series into a formal championship series that we want to see people get involved in. And that's where I'm seeing people exit. When they don't come out of the exit across that seam and they go a little bit higher, that's where we're seeing them get up into the wall or get loose. 30.302 for Mark Harris, as now he's going to exit the way that I see the faster drivers exiting on 2.
I was just, even having a little side conversation with Mario Miranda. It looked like that's where the struggles are happening right now on the turn 2 exits. They are really getting loose coming out of there. And I have to go back and look again. Is there a little bit of a dip there, a little bit of a incongruency in the pavement right there?
There's a little bit of roll off. 30.221 for Harris as he drives a little bit more consistent there inside the top 10 so far in qualifying. There's a bump on the outside of that. If you don't exit through that transition and you stay straight down there on the bottom, because of course the fastest line is the shortest line, you'll see that these guys will wash up, or they'll hit that bump, and it'll make it that much more aggressive. Lawson Peel has won a couple of races here in the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series. He's gotten a couple of poles. You see there, three race wins, and Lawson's he is super fast, super conservative, very smart in the way that he drives, and he is one of the drivers that probably at first we didn't know anything about him, but grown to respect and appreciate his driving ability. The only reason why he is not in the playoffs is because he missed one race that took him out of eligibility.
I remember that, and bittersweet because, of course, you know who I'm cheering for, but Lawson Peel is a consummate threat. If that man is in the top 5, he is going to be a threat. He is calculating. He is a really he's a fun driver to watch because he does play it very cool, and I enjoy seeing that.
And very patient, great guy to talk to, great with interviews. Thank you to the Zombie Nation out there. 25 gets a little bit loose on the exit, almost taps the wall, but first
yeah, he stayed right along that wall.
29.758, and that's how good this guy is. He already throws himself into a P3 position on his first lap, gets loose. Comes off track. No. That's not going to count. That's that turn 2 exit. They're talking about it. You've got to
flip that barrier.
You've got to come up into the exit turn right there. But I would take a P3 time right now, considering there's still a lot of racing left to do.
Yeah, I mean, and I think at New Hampshire, a top 5 is very respectable. This is a challenging track to run.
Zach Rinker, third in the playoff points. He's going to be up next. CKT Racing Engines, I believe that's what it says there on the hood. Shout out to iPhone Guy. That's your brother, Bacon Man. Super awesome. Super awesome. Thank you for the raids out there. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing. Remember, like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you to 46branding.com. Make sure that you go and check that out, Philip, as well. I need to increase his logo size.
Like, follow, subscribe, send stars, do watch parties, do whatever it takes, people.
Yeah. Have a lot of fun with it. If you don't have a lot of fun with it, then there's no... This is what we do this for. We do it to have fun. We do it to be a community, raise awareness, just do everything that we can to be a part of the gaming community. And without you guys, we couldn't be what we are right now. Zach Rinker, the young man, he is ready to complete his hot lap.
Zach Rinker, Lights Out eSports. Their Lights Out is a good. They've compiled a nice little team here of some very talented drivers and young.
3 of the 4 are in the playoffs. They're inside the top 8 right now. So Zach Rinker, 15-year-old from St. Charles, Illinois, driving the Ford. He is one of the only cars that are different. Like to see the chats. Keep chatting it up out there. First lap for Rinker. He comes out. Good exit right there. It may be a little bit loose, but it was still, that's where you want to exit. That's the point of the turn where you want to cross it over. 29.733 inside the top 3. Needs another good lap. Trying to hold on to that speed as he exits. Good exit right there to cross over from the dark pavement to the light pavement. And right here, there's the lighter asphalt. The older asphalt, the older track is right there, and that's what you're going to get out of right there. Nice job by him. Nice little slide up. Speed. Going to be fast. New pole sitter, Zach Rinker, the number 60. 29.612 by 4/100ths of a second over Roswell Harlow.
That was nice.
Big old heart, Daryl Paget. Love you. You're amazing. World's most famous iRacer. Australia's most famous iRacer from my heart to yours. He is out.
I hear he's a legend.
He is a legend. He's a legend of his own. Up next, the man that I see going very far in the series that we have. The 55, Joe Sanchez, 6th in points, ready to rock and roll. He's going to try to get that pole position. He wants to be out front. Eyeline run, taps the wall. It's okay. He's not on a qualifying lap, so he's just getting those tires. I think he's just trying to flatten that side. Maybe that's what he's trying to do.
Get a little aerodynamic advantage there. Joe Sanchez, I still think can be a threat for the playoffs. Obviously, he's outside the top 4 right now, but he's been a very consistent driver. You're constantly seeing him in the top 5, and he'll be a force to reckon with come tomorrow.
First lap being completed. He is being called the underwear model of the series. Joe Sanchez, first lap for him here. 29.792. Here's why. They call it right there on your screen. 26-year-old from Newington, Connecticut.
His little GQ pose.
He's got his little. It's his little. It is. He's a handsome man. We'll call it. Oh boy, says iPhone Guy _42 out there. He's gonna settle for the P5 position. 29.792 for the young man.
Looked like he struggled a little bit. He got loose in the corners, just like we're seeing everybody else. It's just like you predicted, Jason. It is getting looser and looser out there.
Matt Roberts up next, the Rowdy Energy number 11. That's a good teammate. He was in the round of 16. Welcome to the party, Zombie, says Burnt Rubber Media out there. Thank you guys very much. Progar, I know I mispronounced your hometown incorrectly. Oh, Roberts. Come on, buddy.
Ouch!
Straighten it up. You can get it. You can still get a good time in. Just ask the 55 of Sanchez. Hot lap
Darryl
complete.
Paget said Sanchez is a handsome man.
He is a handsome man. Yes. No weird vibes out of that. He's just a good guy. And I think that's what they call him in the Discord. Or they call him the underwear model or something like that. It's
like
funny
like the Old Spice guy.
Yeah. The 11 of Matt Roberts comes around. First lap for him, 30.164. So even after tapping the wall, still a decent lap for him. He needs to hold on to it here. It's a little bit loose.
Again,
nice job. That's all right. Nice job. He held on to it. I'm rooting on.
Yes, he did.
I'm rooting on the slides. That's what I'm.
I can tell you're cheering on. You're looking for some good drifting coming out of two there.
Yeah, we're going to see how that holds off. They're going to have 6 tire changes tomorrow. Good speed coming on the corner. Exit on 4. What's the lap going to be for the number 11? 30.509. First lap's going to count. P11 so far in qualifying for Matt Roberts.
Looks like we got Sean Conklin on deck, getting ready to come out there with the number 12 car.
Yeah, Mr. Conklin he's supposed to have a surprise for me on his car on the rear of his car. So I'm gonna go and
I
take
have to switch to chase view here.
I'm gonna take a look. I think it's here's the front. That's the upper.
I'm looking at it.
Want some chicken nuggies? There it is.
Chicken nuggies.
For those who follow our channel regularly, we play Phasmophobia. And when we played Phasmophobia, this young man offered a spirit in the high school map that we ran, a chicken nugget, and he died seconds later. That New Hampshire drift, though, says Zombie Inc. out there. Absolutely. So it's the running joke that every time that that Mr. Conklin offers the ghost chicken nuggets, that he truly becomes haunted by the spirits or specters or whatever you want to call it in Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I've heard you guys I think Mario's even played that, and I've heard him screaming from the other room. That game, I don't know if I could touch that.
Once you go through the motion and you quote unquote die for the first time in that game, it's a lot better. It's not as bad. Nice exit right there for the 12. 30.054 was his first lap. We're going to see what kind of lap he's going to throw down here, because that was an incredible out. It is the New Hampshire drift.
Oh man, he just drifted that entire corner, like 1 and 2.
12. Holding on.
Or 3 and 4 rather, excuse me.
Lap time 29.981. So inside the 29s, and now he's really drifting.
He crunched his chicken nugget.
Conklin, 7th position so far. There is the chicken nugget machine.
Get him the Szechuan sauce. He needs dipping sauce.
Brandon Banks up next. What place has the best nugs? You know what? That should be a poll. What place?
That should be a poll.
What place has the best chicken nuggets out there? Of course. But
and then do we differentiate chicken nuggets from chicken fingers? There's a difference.
Yeah. I like chicken fries.
I can get behind that.
But definitely Brahms is the place down south. That's what we're seeing out there.
Oh, we love some Brahms here in Tulsa. Also, if you've never had the popcorn chicken from Sonic, that is something to behold right there.
I'm digging me some Popeyes. I do like me some Popeyes. But those are more chicken tenders than they are chicken nuggets. 88. This is another Rowdy Motorsports teammate right here, and driving the Red Light Rebellion paint scheme. I really like. This was my favorite paint scheme whenever we did the Kansas race last week.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Brandon Banks is a fast driver as well, so don't count him out for anything that he does. 29.821, and he is searching for that win as well. We want to cheer everybody on. Brandon Banks has 1 win on the season and has been a consistent driver throughout.
We've seen a lot of guys very hungry for their first wins, getting very competitive. Sometimes stuff happening through no fault of their own or a miscalculated pit strategy. It's been really exciting to watch these last 4 or 5 races.
Banks, second time, 29.742, still holds that same position, 1/100th of a second off. Chick-fil-A goated out there on Twitch. Zombie Inc. lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma, just so you know, Mr. Miranda. So maybe you guys might have to hook up and
do some
cool streams.
Maybe a little food tour. Maybe it looks like Shane Wyatt getting out on the track right now.
There is 4th place in points for the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series round of 8. Lights out eSports, KSDT CPA all over the paint scheme right there. KSDT CPA next week is going to be the sponsor for the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series Championship race at Homestead Miami Speedway. And that'll happen next Thursday. And I hope that everybody tunes in for that. Lord's Chicken.
I got to find out if they service Tulsa KSDT CPA because, we could use a good CPA here in Tulsa.
Well, KSDT CPA, they're out of Florida, but they help clients all over the world.
Nice.
And so good company, voted America's top tax firm for 2020. And, of course, they offer all kinds of financial services and just incredible people down there. Thank you to Alan Kinkle
Wyatt. For that. Nice exit out of turn 4 with a 29.890. Good enough for 8th right now.
Shane Wyatt his average qualifying has been 4th or better in the last 5 races.
He just had to collect himself out of turn 2 again.
I think all of the drivers are doing that. Couldn't get the speed you wanted out of that, says Sean Conklin. And to touch the throttle. iPhone guy says you ain't got a Chick-fil-A in Oklahoma. 29.917. So P8 good enough for Shane Wyatt right now. I hope I didn't jinx that.
Hey, we have 2 Chick-fil-A's in Oklahoma.
Chick-fil-A.
Eat more chicken. Actually, we got another chicken joint here called Raising Cane's, and my sons are just gaga about that place. Okay, you know what, Jason? I think there's a bromance between Joe Sanchez and Daryl Padgett because Daryl Padgett posted that Joe is more of a cool water kind of guy after I made the Old Spice comment. Now he knows what kind of fragrance that Joe Sanchez wears. That's concerning.
Nah, not necessarily. It might have come up in conversation with this. Who knows?
Yeah.
A Jack and Coke Chevy Camaro ZL1 of Tony Kivitt, number 4. Going to tap the wall and come around and qualify. Maybe that's the secret. You have to tap the wall to get a little faster.
I'm kind of wondering if you need to run a high line coming out of 2 because of how loose they've been going in the turn 2 exit down at the bottom.
Well, Tony, he looks to be right on board with that good exit right there. Maybe it just made his car turn a little bit better. I don't know. I watched Joe Sanchez
Maybe he bet
do it.
something.
Maybe it fixes the toe on the car. 65% fuel inside these vehicles whenever they race and qualify. And so it makes the car a little bit lighter. But with more fuel in the rear of that vehicle, it would actually make it worse on them to drift around the corner. 30.032. Good lap for Tony Kivitt.
Very good lap indeed.
Kivitt inside the top 10 in qualifying so far. Second lap, turn 3. Watch how he exits right here. His exit is loose. Oh, he had the speed. Oh, you know it's coming.
Yep. I was going to ask you if you did those during qualifying.
You know it's coming. Tony, I love you, man. Helicopter award for Tony Kivitt.
Yeah, he needs a helicopter for that one.
But I tell you what, 30.32, still inside the top 10.
You know, I was just looking at the leaderboard there, Jason. This is an interesting starting lineup where we're seeing some very prominent front row drivers like Sanchez, Miranda, Wyatt down 6th, 7th, and 8th, where I think we're going to see a lot of pit strategy come into play tomorrow.
200 miles. It was originally set for 300 miles, and that is the exact length of the NASCAR Series circuit. But we definitely changed that so that way these guys weren't running a 4-hour race.
They appreciate that.
Your equivalent is a Zaxby's. We have a we had a Zaxby's up here in the Lake of the Ozarks where I'm from. Ken MacArthur, the 97 Rowdy Motorsports driver right there. This man is super, super awesome.
Oh, we got a Zaxby's over here. It opened up a year ago, and it's actually right around the corner from the Tulsa Expo, where the Chili Bowl happens every year.
Well, we had a Zaxby's for about a year, and it closed down due to, the what do we call it?
Voldemort.
Voldemort, yes. Yeah. Voldemort. That
he who shall not be named.
The Voldemort vaccine's coming out here real soon, from what I understand. So
yes.
So everybody, grab your magic wands and Wingardium Leviosa things.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to say, side effects include looking like Lord Voldemort.
Sneeze your nose off. LOE lockout again, boys. Let's go. Says Howitzer out there. I forget I'm on a 30-second delay. Ken MacArthur, first lap for him, gives him a P19 30.225. It's crazy that the separation between the third place to fourth place there in Brandon Banks. Ken MacArthur, a very consistent driver, ready to rock and roll, has introduced us to quite a few sponsors here. And also Daryl. I've got to really make sure that Daryl gets a big shout out. Daryl introduced me to Phil Hab, or F It, Let's Have a Beer. Just wonderful, wonderful people that we've met over the course of all of this. 30.057, good for P12. Edges out Chris Bates by 9/1000th of a second. And
okay, Chris Progar on Facebook saying Zaxby's is hands down better than Chick-fil-A. Don't know if I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
Eric Schaefer looks like he's going to be up next. Two more drivers left. We got Schaefer and then the Midwest Maniac himself. Wild Turkey, number 3, trying to just get his tires a little junked up.
Boy, he's really trying. He's been watching what's been happening in turn 2, and it's like, that's not going to be me.
Getting up to speed. You have a lap to waste, so I would say just run what you can, get out of the corner nice and easy, and then get it going. And that's what he's doing, getting it going. Eric Schaefer coming in at turn 1. First lap is not going to count because he started behind pit road. Washes up just a little bit, comes back across the diamond. That's that diamond shape we were talking about. Good run so far for the number 3. Want to see
big shape and good coming into the turn.
New Hampshire is one of those tracks these guys really like to run. Coming out of turn at number 4, very solid, maybe a little bobble.
Ooh, right along that wall.
First lap for Eric Schaefer, 29.936. Diamond shaped again, turn 2 exit. Is it going to be faster? Schaefer P9 position right now.
He went right up against that wall a little bit in the back stretch, then getting into the entry of turn 3. A little smooth. Looked like a little drift there coming into the 3.
Schaefer exit off the wall. Does it count? Lap 3, 29.752. Good for P5.
That's P5. Nice run for Eric Schaefer.
Zaxby's is the evil that makes Chick-fil-A oh so good. Can understand that. There is my other co-commentator that helps me out with a lot of things, and of course the guy that is the VP of operations for Signature Esports, the number 13 Ford Mustang.
Ooh,
Michael Woolley, the Midwest
he lit him up
himself.
coming out there.
I think he did that on purpose. I hope he did that on purpose.
Just put some heat in them.
Running a new paint scheme. We're working on new paint schemes for him. We have the rocket machine, but I tell you what, I dig that storm paint scheme. That's pretty nice.
I am liking the storm paint scheme. Little kind of metallic looking. You know what we're gonna have to do is for the finale in Miami, I'm gonna have like Zaxby's and Chick-fil-A right in front of me, and I'm gonna do a live taste test during the Homestead broadcast.
Do it. It'll be worth it. Thanking everybody out there on Twitch.
I'm going to bring Mrs. Miranda in on that, too. We'll get her opinion.
There you go. be waving in front of Mario and have him like, look what you don't get. 29.741 for Wooly. Already
his brother
faster.
throwing chicken nuggets on the pit stops.
This is Wooly's track. He calls it his track. This is one of those tracks that is, some people love it, some people hate it. Zombie says, "Damn it, now I'm hungry." I get it. Now I am too. 13 of Michael Woolley. Hungry. Second lap, last one.
Uh-oh.
Fourth place position, 29.741. His first lap's going to be the lap that counts. He got a little bit loose on the exit of 2, and that's what slowed him down. But P4, and that is super, super awesome. All right, Zach Rinker, Harlow, Lowe, Woolley, Banks, Schaefer, Peel, Sanchez, Mirinda, and Wyatt. That's going to be your top 10 for the qualifying session. And, it's going to be your starting grid. Tomorrow night, make sure you join Joe and I. We're going to be in the broadcast booth again at 8:20 Eastern. That's when we're going to get the stream started. We will be speaking up right about the same time as we normally do. Zach Rinker, congratulations on the fantastic qualifying lap. 29.61. Harlow comes home second. So your front row is set, and that is a lights out eSports lockout is what we saw out there. Thank you, everybody out there, for tuning in and watching. Thank you to F It Let's Have a Beer, 46branding.com, Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles. Those are the guys that I love the most. And I'd be scared to get out there and qualify. I do believe... Oh, hold on. I think we're going to have... I think that's Cody Kinsey out there. Our race controller loves to get out there and see what kind of laps he can run. So we're going to watch Cody Kinsey run his lap and see what he can put down.
Oh, here we go.
Cody Kinsey... I'm curious of what I would run. Not going to mess it up, so we'll be able to see what happens here.
Mario makes fun of me when I jump onto his sim rig. That's why I'm broadcasting.
Oh, I gotcha. Bacon Man, thank you very much. Thank you to all of you folks out there. Make sure you get out there and follow us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Tune in tomorrow night, 8:20 Eastern, the New Hampshire 200 elimination race. 30.061 for Kinsey right there. Holy cow. Hold on. Hold the phone. I want to see what he does. I mean, that's a good exit. This might be his track. Man, oh man, oh man. What did he put down? 29.836. Holy cow. All right. That's how it is. Cody Kinsey, a race controller for us, puts down...
Somebody wanted to make a point.
Put down that, hey, I'm just a race controller, and I can get out here and drive this. All right, folks. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you give us a follow, give us a like, go and support all of our sponsors, especially 46 Branding, Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on eBay. You can find them on, of course, Amazon.com. Join us also Monday, December 14th, where we're going to be broadcasting the Signature eSports Christmas event. It is our Toys for Tots event, and that is an absolute thrill. Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles has a fantastic toy to give away. We're going to post that on our social media. There's going to be a way that you're going to be able to be eligible for that. Santa Claus is going to join us as well as a live guest. And man, oh man, we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, yeah, Santa. From myself, Joe.
Thank you for having me again, Jason. Always a good time. Cannot wait till tomorrow.
All righty. It's going to be a great time, and have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.